Hello and welcome to my channel, and welcome to vlogmas number 15 and episode number 95. I can't believe I'm nearly at 100 now. I was in front of Sally. Hi Sally, over at Nanny Moon's Crochet, and now she's in front of me because I had a break when I moved and everything. But I cannot believe we're both so close to 100. It's just amazing. Anyway, yeah, so I'm doing my episode with my vlogmas all in one, like I did last week, just because I haven't got the time to do separate ones, and also I haven't done especially a lot because obviously I'm doing my blanket every day, and that's really what I've been focusing on. So I've just doubled it up just so that it allows me to have a bit more to talk about, really, all in one episode. As you can see, Henny is trying to sleep underneath the blanket there, just resting. Yeah, so I have got progress on Sienna's tip to tip shawl. I've also got some progress on a baby blanket that I started at the beginning of the year, and also I have made baby Jesus, and also I have then got to show you a couple of emails that I've had, and then I will show you the progress on my advent blanket and open number 15. So I hope that you have all had a really lovely weekend. Mine was absolutely hectic, and thank you very much, Sally, for announcing that my video would be late, but rather late than never. I was just so tired after having the girls yesterday that I would not have been able to string together a few sentences. I do get a bit tongue-tied as it is, but I was just absolutely whacked. And by the time I had written down everything to make sure I didn't forget anything, and it would just have been another time of day. So I just thought, although I usually do it the evening before, I would just make sure that it's on the day and then do it like that just for today. So I will also make sure that the rest will fall in nicely together, so that'll be all right. Anyway, yeah, so I've had a lovely weekend, like I said, and we had a walk to Tesco's because I had some in-post locker parcels to go and pick up. So we had a walk and then came back and then just sort of chilled out and things, and it was a lovely day, really, and it meant that that Penny could be able to go and do what she needed to do shopping wise and just have some time to herself. They haven't had any time to themselves really since the children were born, so it was nice to give them the gift of just some time, really. I'm going to start with the email from Carmen that I got because I haven't written that down, so I want to make sure that I don't forget it. She sent this to me on the 11th of December, but I just haven't been able to show it because of one thing or another. So she has been making a hexi cardigan for her grandson, and it is a Minecraft one. Now I love the colours on this. I think they all, oh, it looks like it's rather glary. Hang on. Let's see if I can go right up close. It's a bit glary on the screen, but I really do love the colours together. I mean, they look really quite really bright. I mean, they are bright colours, but they're not as bright as it shows on there. But I really do love the colours all together. I think that's really, the green is really striking, and I think it really does make it quite stand out. And the other one is of the same, but it's just what she's got on the back, because she's actually made it a Minecraft hexy black cardigan by actually putting the creeper squares in the middle of it. I really think that's really lovely, and that is made with big twist yarn, number 4 weight, so that's an Aran, and a 5.5 millimeter hook. So thank you, Carmen, for sending that in. That's really lovely of you, and I'm sure your grandson will really, really love that. And so that is all of my emails for now. And now I'm going to show you the tip to tip. Now, I didn't put a stitch marker where I finished and started last time, but I've been sitting on the sofa in the evenings in between falling asleep in true Natasha fashion. But I do have only 20 rows to go now. We're at 46, I think I counted 1, 2, 3. $48, so I've got 18 left to do. So and then all I need to do then is decrease, so it will soon be there, and then that will be ready for her to wear. She picked this one out, and it's a Hobbycraft one, and I watched Sally's video earlier whilst I was eating my tea, and she's made a hat in this this sort of yarn. Hers was a rustic shade, a rustic make, which is discontinued now, but this one of mine is a Women's Institute 400 gram ball, and it's blue merle or something like that. Blue merle, I think, I'm sure. But I haven't got to be a ball band for it because I don't know what happened to it, and I've moved since then. So I think it is still readily available in Hobbycraft, but it's really soft and really lovely, and it just feels so silky. And when you work it up, it does feel quite stiff. So I am hoping that, I mean, it's still soft, but it feels stiff because you've worked it. And I'm just gonna put it back in the wash afterwards, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook for that one. No, I'm not. Tell a lie. That is a 5 millimeter hook for that one. And I love it, and I'm going to make myself one of those because it really is such a lovely shawl. It's so simple, and you can just do it any length you like, and it's really nice. So I will be making one of those myself. And now I'm going to show you the progress on the baby blanket, which I started at the beginning of the year. I mean, the little girl that I made this for, she was born in June, and so you can imagine, you know, she's already sitting up and doing the things that babies do now. So I just thought, well, I better get on with it. But I'm now on my second ball, and I'm using Aurora yarn in, I think the colour's a number, which is AU06. But yeah, no, it's all right. I really love the colourway, and I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and I love the way it works up. It's just really, really lovely. So hopefully I will crack on with that and get that finished so that I can gift it in the new year. So the blanket stitch that I used was a tutorial on YouTube called the blanket stitch. I will see if I can find it and put it down in the description box below. And there is also a written pattern which I think you can find on Ravelry. I'm not 100% sure though. I just followed the tutorial, so that was that one. And so yeah, I'm hoping to get that done and see what size it is by the time I finish that one. And if I need to use a third ball, I do have one. Right, so now I'm going to show you, last time, in my last couple of times when I've showed it, I've done Mary and also Joseph. They haven't got faces because I don't like that, so I'm going to pick that out and redo it. But I don't remember what I've done with my cotton. Apparently it's in the garage somewhere in some box, but there isn't very many boxes left because we've unpacked most of them, and so I'm going to have to go and dig it out at some point. But they're fine without faces for now, because when I do find it I can make it up, or at least if I find something different to put the faces on with, then that's what I'll do, but they're fine for now. So this is Mary and Joseph, and let me just put them back because I put them on the top of my work desk for a moment. And let me just get the book that I'm working from again, because I've left that on the table just there. Hold on. Now, this is Jesus, and this is the crib. Now they've used the loop stitch to do the straw in the manger, and I haven't done that because I'm just not sure about the loop stitch. I suppose you hold it up and then you do a single or something, but without searching for a tutorial, I didn't look. It's not written here. Sorry, it's not written here, so I'm not really sure whether it is or not, and whether it explains it or not, because like I say, I haven't found it. But it's just one of those things. I mean, they've got crochet essentials there so that you can learn different stitches, but the loop stitch isn't on that one, and so I wasn't sure, and I don't really like it anyway, so I have just done my own. And again, baby Jesus doesn't have a face, but that's all right because I'll put it on eventually, and it's only sleeping eyes. But that is my baby Jesus, all swaddled in his little blanket there, and I have done it in yarn art jeans, the same as the Mary and Joseph, and I've done 4 rows in the back loop to make it look like it's actually a swaddle, to make sure it looks like the kind of blanket's being wrapped around. I quite like that idea. And then it's just a little thing of where the blanket is sort of all held in, and I like that about it. And then these are my little bits of straw, which are just laid in. I haven't actually stitched them in, I've just laid them in, because if it gets lost then I can just cut some more. It's not an issue. But there is the little crib with some laid in there. So then it's going to be in there, and if I show you, I love the fact that if Mary was to hold the baby, he's an okay size. I really love that. So yeah, I'm really pleased, and I managed to do that on Sunday morning, yesterday morning, before my granddaughters actually came to stay for the day, so at least I had something extra to show you. So that is Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. And then I've got the other bits to work through. And I've got this from I bought a supplement from it was somebody on Vinted was selling loads and loads of these different things, little booklets that were from Simply Crochet magazine. And I really love the nativity set. And so I just thought I'll work through it one at a time. If I don't finish it before the new year, then it doesn't matter, but I am off at the end of the week. So I might have some more time on my hands to be able to give it a good crack. But like I say, it's a work in progress and I'm not really bothered how long it takes me. I love the fact of the headdresses and the bright colours of the wise men. I think they're really cute. And there it is there. Another thing I really do like actually is the fact of when you look at it like that, there's the whole of the nativity spread out, and I really love that. I love the fact that there's a sheep and a donkey as well, and so I'll be able to kind of do some of that if and when, really. So there is that, and I'm just really pleased with the fact that I've managed to do it. And one thing I didn't tell you about this baby blanket that I have been making is that it's just a simple stitch in each one is a single and 2 doubles, and then you kind of stretch it over and do a single again to make a little fan stitch. But yeah, it's a really lovely blanket pattern, and I do love to do it because you can just sit there and just keep going, and it's little effort. It's really nice to be able to not have to think about it when you come home from work. Right, so now all I've got left to show you is the blanket from the colour that was yesterday, and also which was lemon, wasn't it, yesterday? And so I can show you that, and then we'll see what's in bag 15. Oh, I feel all out of breath today, actually. I don't know. Just had a really busy day. Right, it was our dress rehearsal for the play today, and half of them forgotten where they were and what they had to do, so it was quite stressful for a little while, but it was all right. We got there in the end, and tomorrow it will be the real McCoy. We're doing it to the parents tomorrow and Wednesday, so that'll be interesting, and it will also hopefully make the day fly. Right, so yesterday it was lemon, a Starcraft Aran lemon, and it was above the turquoisey colour. Can't remember what it's called, and we're going to see now what's going to sit on top of the natural colour, and then that will mean that that's another row finish, so that'll be exciting. And then I managed to put the lemon into the blanket, my scrappy, eating my words again, aren't I? What is going on with me? Scrappy granny square, that's what I want to say. And so I linked it there to start off with, and then it came round the corner and down, and then I finished it, joined it to the corner, and then turned to start off the new one. So that was all that I had left. I've got this bit ready to be able to tie on to the next bit, and then hopefully it will come round there eventually and then attach to there. So I am quite pleased with the way it has progressed. I say that every day, don't I? But yeah, I do like it. Like I say, it's just the pink's bugging me a bit because it's so bright against the rest of it, but I don't dislike it. I mean, it looks actually brighter on the camera than it is normally, so I suppose I didn't ought to moan, really, did I? So how many have we got left? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So when we've gone round there, that'll be 13. So yes, it's not bad at all. I'm at row 12 so far. Well, round 12. So it's getting big. It's not too bad. We've got a nutcracker in a sleigh and a beautiful little robin. I really do love robins. Really do love robins. We had a robin at our classroom door today. Made me think of my dad. Just looking in, he was, that's all. Just looking in the window. Just thought that was so lovely. Right. I don't want to be put off any longer. Right, we've got Starcraft colour denim today. Colour denim. It's just darker than the blue that I've already got, so that'll be interesting. And I've got another yummy double chocolate whip. Yum yum. Thank you, Sally. For those of you that have not discovered my channel before, I am doing a yarn swap with Sally from Nanny Moon's Crochet, and we've done a yarn swap. I've got Aaron that she sent me, and I've given her double crochet, double knit even. Sorry, as you can tell, I'm getting tired. And this is my second year, because I haven't touched it since the last Advent, because I wanted to leave it and not add anything to it until I'd finished the Advents, and I said that next year I'll do it and carry it on. So then I've got 2 years of loveliness in a blanket that I can actually remember and keep forever. So that is how the colours are coming up. And then, hold on just a second. Sorry about that, sneeze fit. I had a sneezing fit. So this was last 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This was up to the last row from last year, and now I'm doing we're on the third, almost on the third row of the new colours. So from the new colour, I've got, it starts on the lavender colour there upwards, and then the rose, antique rosy pink colour, grey, and then mustard, and then pistachio, pomegranate and cloud blue, and then I've got mushroom, aspen, I think the colour was, not turquoisey colour, I think it was aspen, and then lemon, and then I've got this one, which I can't remember that one. And I can't remember that colour either, but it doesn't matter. You can see that it's like a greeny colour. Almost reminds me of the colour petrol, but it isn't. I'm just being silly now. Right, so that is my blanket so far. And then with that one added in, once I've gone and added it to this, it'll be a nice accompaniment to the granny square blanket as well. So I've been talking now for nearly 25 minutes, so I think I'm going to go before I say something that's a bit more gibberish. Thank you to everyone that's been tuning in to my vlogmases, because I'm so impressed with the amount of views I've had. I didn't ever think it was going to be anything much, because of the fact they weren't very long, and I never really show anything apart from my blanket, so I am really pleased that I am getting lots of you viewing it, and also my lovely regular commenters that have conversations with me. And although I don't go into in-depth conversation on it, I really should really, but I don't often, have very long, sometimes I sit in my lunch hour and reply, and sometimes I just sit in the evenings. But it's really lovely that everyone is contributing towards my channel. I've got only 80 subscribers left to go now before I reach my 1,000, and I think I've only got something like 800, maybe a bit less than that now, 750 watch hours left. I did reach the watch hours before I had that stupid break, and I wish I didn't. I had all the watch hours, I just needed the subscribers, and it was so annoying. And now it's dropped off because I hadn't been doing it so that the watch hours weren't there. So I've just got to perk them up, and then I can actually get monetized and get a little bit back for what I'm actually doing. I do have a Kofi account, which I keep putting in the description box when I remember, but it isn't very often, because I was thinking about doing that, and I've added that just in case anyone wants to donate anything. But it isn't really for that. I just sort of wanted to have one because everyone else was saying about it, and I thought, well, let's have a look, see what it's about. And I didn't realise that you could actually sell things on there as well, so have to look into that just in case I want to sell some of my blankets and different things. So I don't know, but yeah, thank you so much. I really do enjoy the fact that you're also supportive, and I love doing my videos, and I would be lost without it. As much as sometimes I think, oh, I'm really tired and I can't, it is worth it, and I do love it once I've got the camera rolling, and sorting out all the stuff to put in the description box does take a while, but it's all worth it in the end. So thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye, my darlings. Bye.